It's Monday, August 15th, 2022. Just wanted to give a check-in. I'm still under the weather, not feeling as well as I would like. I haven't been running since the last time, which was Thursday. So it's been a long period for me. And so it's like my entire schedule and sleep patterns and activities are just off. And my mood and my temperament, my attitude, my sensitivity, my attunement is shaken or different. You know, things I'm paying attention to, things that I notice versus things that I don't notice, or things that I'm letting slide versus things that I will not let pass. It seems like a lot of times it feels as though everyone else's needs takes precedence and priority over mine. Or it's like people need to feel emotionally secure, then I owe it to them to provide that comfort. And if I don't, to their satisfaction, mind you, because they're the judges, and I'm being mean, I'm being unfriendly. And if I just explain myself that I'm just not feeling well, or just had a rough this or that, or I've got this or that going on, then it'd be okay. But that would mean, and it's like, no, I don't have to explain myself. And if people have a problem with not understanding, why somebody, it's like, people fall into that all the time, and I don't think they realize it. I do too. It's like, or if I'm not talking, people think that I'm mad at them. And they don't know what they did to get me mad at them and why I'm not talking to them, they think. And so they get mad at me for not knowing why it is that they think that I'm mad at them. And it leads to encounters, interactions, where they're trying to gauge their situation with this. And it's like, how is this going? And I'm usually trying to avoid all interactions, because especially when I'm feeling emotionally compromised and fatigued and unsafe. Surreal. So it's like I am trying to minimize or negate all contact as much as possible, because interactions are going to be sketchy at best. And you get a bad interaction or a bad, it's like, yeah, it would have been better if you just left me alone. Let me approach you. And if I never approach you, well, there's probably a reason for that. And it doesn't mean that you're not an interesting person and all that stuff. It's just I don't have to explain. I mean, that's why other people, they don't, not everybody, I don't expect it either. A lot of people don't like me. A majority of people don't like me. And that's great, because the less people that like me, the less people that want to engage me with conversation and small talk, and kind of, I have to think about stuff and figure out how to be social without hurting anybody's feelings or causing miscommunications, misunderstandings, then having to explain myself. all this explaining is tiring. And it's like I'm just going to work to do a job. It's not really my social. It's not where I seek social. It's not my compendium of friendships, or family for that matter. No, I don't. I'm not seeking long-term, lasting. Maybe that's where I'm in the wrong, but no, I can't be. I might not be right, but I cannot be wrong. And maybe my moods will change in time if I'm still here. But for right now, this works. And I'm exhausted enough by the limited social engagements that I'm currently occupied with, that I don't understand even how I could even begin to fathom adding on new ones. It's like everything would require, any major shift would require complete deconstruction. The only way out of this, like this lifestyle, it's like I'm going to have to move and change up my schedule, change up everything, basically, if I wanted to. But it's not that time yet. But and then also about like finances and stuff. I've got enough, but if there's ever an emergency, those funds just go away. Any sort of hospitalization or anything like that. That's why I'm very careful with myself. Because I just financially cannot afford injury or sickness. Well, that sucks to be human, because sickness and injury we're good at that. But I don't have to go out of my way to seek it. So I can just be extra careful and be aware of my warnings. Like, I should have known. I wasn't moving very fast, and my coordination and reflexes were off. And that's where this came from. I was just in the way. I didn't see how to get out of the way fast enough. And if I hadn't been sick, I imagine I would have seen and just jumped at the last second, and I would have figured it out, found my footing. But I don't know. In that moment, I just ducked. So I was too achy. I was about to ache more. But actually, this hasn't hurt all that much. It hurt in the first 5 minutes, but then the pain went away. The shock, but that was about it. And it's a little tender, but yeah. It's gonna leave an interesting scar. I hope not too big. I don't know if it needed stitches. I don't think so. Obviously, I didn't get any. And obviously, it's too late now. So that would have been like $500 for a cosmetic, couple stitches. Maybe more. Might have been $1,000 to go to the ER for a couple stitches. $1,000 piece of string. But the person that knows how to draw. So, anyway, a quiet morning. I hope. I just got back from work, and I haven't eaten I usually don't get, I'm not usually very hungry when I'm sick. And I started feeling like really sick on Friday. And I got hit on Saturday. And then Sunday, and now Monday. And it's like, I haven't really eaten in 4 days. Nothing of substance, nothing like a meal. And it's like my stomach is a little bit tender. So I've had some fruit and granola and lots of water. So that can be considered a meal, I think. But probably my calorie count, though, for what's normal to me, has at least dropped by half. So, anyway. And I guess that's pretty much all I know about what's going on. Yeah. Nothing exciting. That can be a good thing, but yeah, careful what you wish for. So anyway, I just wanted to put in some FaceTime and, record the healing process. So this is 2 days of healing. See how it looks in the end.